crossed my arms. What do you want? Janet smiled with that fake sweetness I'd come to recognize. We just want to talk. Not interested, I said flatly. Richard sighed heavily. Melissa, enough. You've made your point. Let's resolve this before it goes too far. I narrowed my eyes. Too far? What does that mean? Janet exchanged a look with Carrie. We just don't want this to affect the children. Something about her tone made my skin crawl. What are you talking about? Carrie stepped forward, arms crossed. Mom and Dad have been talking to a family attorney. A cold wave of dread washed over me. A what? Janet nodded, her eyes full of manufactured concern. We're worried, Melissa. You've cut your children off from their family over a simple misunderstanding. That's not healthy for them. My pulse quickened. What exactly are you suggesting? Richard cleared his throat. We've been looking into grandparents' visitation rights. For a moment, all I could hear was my heartbeat pounding in my ears. Then I laughed. Not a small chuckle, but a loud, incredulous laugh that took even me by surprise. They actually thought they could legally force their way back into our lives? After everything? Mark frowned. What's so funny? I wiped my eyes. You're serious? You think any judge would look at this situation and side with you? Janet's expression hardened. We've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong? I repeated, stepping closer. You explicitly excluded my children from family gatherings. You used my accounts without permission. And now because I finally stood up to you, you think you can threaten legal action? Richard's face darkened. You don't want to go down this road, Melissa. I met his glare with a cold smile. Actually, I do. I pulled out my phone. Think very carefully about what you're threatening, I said quietly. Because I have every text, every voicemail, every receipt from my Amazon account. I have proof of everything, and I promise you if you try this you'll regret it. Carrie gasped. Melissa, come on. No. I snapped, eyes fixed on my in-laws. You have absolutely no case. You know it. I know it. And if you keep pushing, I'll make sure everyone you know sees exactly who you really are. A tense silence fell. Then Janet's face contorted with anger. You're being completely unreasonable. I smiled. No, Janet. I'm finally standing my ground. I stepped back inside my house and gripped the door. Merry Christmas, I said calmly, then slammed it in their faces. They never followed through with their pathetic legal threat. They knew they had nothing. They knew they'd lost. In the weeks and months that followed, I didn't hear from them at all. Not a text, not a call, nothing. And for the first time since marrying Brian, it felt like freedom. The weight of their judgment, gone. The pressure to meet their impossible standards, gone. The endless cycle of manipulation, gone. 6 months later, on a warm summer afternoon, I sat on our back porch watching Zoe and Tyler splash in their kiddie pool. Brian handed me an iced tea and sat beside me. It's been quiet, he observed. I nodded. Yeah, it's nice. He smiled slightly. Think they'll ever try again? I sipped my drink, watching my children laugh as they splashed each other. Doesn't matter, I said, because I had already won. I had my children, my real family, and I'd never let anyone make them feel unwanted again.